This week inside the Blitz, who in the hell is to blame for Patrick Mahomes' ankle injury? Is that the defense that we're going to see in the playoffs? Kansas City versus Houston BBQ. My name is Brian B. Shining, and welcome to the Blitz. Don't blame the offensive line for Patrick Mahomes' high ankle sprain. You can point your finger at Big Red, Andy Reid, because what the hell are we doing throwing the ball? Yes, the Browns were trying to creep their way back into the game, but man, the defense had a stranglehold on them guys. Plus, they had benched Jameis Winston. And these high ankle sprains ain't nothing to play with. Yes, we've seen Patrick Mahomes play on it before in crucial times in the playoffs. But that don't make it right. It's going to affect his mobility. It's going to affect his escapability. It's going to affect him being able to improv on the go when the play breaks down. And it's going to affect his throwing strength too, let alone the pain and endurance that he has to go through with those high ankle sprains. These things take several weeks to heal properly and for Mahomes to be 100%. He knows how to handle these things, but man, it could be a serious concern going forward, especially if he plays this week versus the Texans and he makes it even worse. So now the question is, do you play him versus the Texans and the Steelers and still try to fight for that 1 seed? Or do you let it ride with Carson Wentz? I just got a hunch that 15 is going to be out there in that field Saturday against Houston. That defense had enough of the talking this week because, man, they came out with a vengeance versus the Browns, creating 6 turnovers, 4 picks, 2 fumbles. And, of course, you know what I'm saying? If you listened to me last week, you would have picked over 1.5 interceptions for Jameis Winston on your Underdog Fantasy app. Use the promo code BSHINING, get you a 2-for-1 situation, meaning you spend 50, you get 100. Download that Underdog Fantasy app right now. And I know that we won't be seeing another Jameis Winston in the playoffs, but still, we've seen Spags defenses step up to the challenge in every single Super Bowl run this team has had. In 2019, in the AFC Championship game, Spags had to cook up a game plan against Derrick Henry because he was running wild over the league. In 2022, he had to cook up something against Joe Burrow, and then the next week, Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. And then last year, you saw the dismantling of the Dolphins, Bills, and the Ravens, plus the 49ers in the Super Bowl during that spectacular playoff run. So I'm just saying, history never lies to us. The way that this defense is able to just turn it on when it comes playoff time, when the stakes are at its highest, it's unmatched. Chris Jones, unblockable when he wants to be, even when you try to double team him. Hence, you seeing George Karlaftis getting 2 sacks against the Browns. So I'm expecting to see that defense all throughout the playoffs, man, that they did against the Browns. I really am. I think they can turn it on. And it's the most wonderful time of the year when Santa Spags is deep into his bag. As a true Kansas Cityan that I am here to speak the truth and only the truth to America. And to let you know that not only does Kansas City have a superior city, a superior football team, but we got better barbecue than the city of Houston, Texas. I decided to go to Yelp and give Houston a fair shot to look up the 3 best barbecue restaurants in Houston. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That pit room is looking good. It's looking mighty fine. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, my bucket list ain't long, but trying some Texas barbecue, specifically some Houston barbecue, is definitely on there. And yes, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. The pictures do look good, but come on now. Your big 3 ain't messing with our big 3. I don't know whose y'all big 3 is in Kansas City, but mine has to be Gates, LC's, and Jack Stack. But I know that the Pit Room, Pinkerton's Barbecue, the Truth Barbecue, or whatever other barbecue restaurant in Houston, Texas, ain't messing with not near one in Kansas City. Yo, check out my full-length Chiefs takes and more only on the Brian's World Podcast, exclusively on Foolish Club Media. Hit us up, subscribe, rate, and review on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and on Spotify.